Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. Well, yeah, so that's my project at the moment. So basically that is, well, this thing over here is the mounting bracket and fiberglass shell for some crazy 3D LiDAR deal that mounts on that Ford Explorer. There's like a 360 camera that chunks in right here, and then there's a bunch of deals that poke out of this thing. I didn't want any of that stuff hanging out here because they told me that thing cost somewhere close to $1 million, so I didn't want it hanging out here at the farm while I'm working on this thing. So basically what they want is a cover that just kind of covers this whole deal and then slides forward out of the way when not in use, or when they're actually using this thing, and so when they're using it they can just slide it back into position. So what I came up with was some 3/4 aluminum, a piece of DOM that I machined out just a hair, and then cut a slot on so it can run up and down here as a slide for the base, or for the actual cover when I get it on there. And then I got to come up with some kind of wacky crap that covers the back of this guy because it hangs out a ways, and it's got the door on that Explorer folds up. So yeah, it's going to be a real party getting this all put together, and I've got to get it done by Monday. It is now 9 o'clock on Friday night, so yeah. They brought it out on Wednesday morning, and then I got it off there and then worked a little bit on it, and and that's what I came up with. I got to clean this rail up and make it slide nice and smooth, and then start building the rest of this. I think when I start doing the skin of it, it should go pretty quick. It just, I can have it kind of go in a little bit up here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. It just has to stick out pretty far in the back. So I don't know if I'm going to slope in from all angles, or if I'm just going to do one thing down, and then it's going to end up having to kind of protrude out the front here. And then I had to move this step. This was really fun. I put this step right back here where they wanted it, and they decided they didn't like where it was placed, so I had to move it to the front here, and just used my worm drive circular saw and just ran right along there and just sliced it right off there and then buffed it out. So it doesn't look too bad. I don't think if you knew it was there, really were looking, you would be able to tell. They said once this is all finished up, they're going to have it rhino lined. So I don't know how that's going to work with my rails here, but yeah, that's what it's about the only thing I could come up with for what they wanted. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to declare victory for the day. I'm exhausted, but yeah, tomorrow I need to actually start building in the skin for this thing. What I ended up doing was just machining, let's see if you can see this here, just cutting a piece of angle, bolting it to this in case they decide to change their mind. Runs this under a drive-through, and I got to build it again. Basically just slot this piece of angle, slot this piece of 2x4. I cut like a keyway kind of thing into this piece of 3/4, and then just set this in here and then welded it in and kind of buffed it smooth, which kind of sucked because those were actually real pretty welds, but got to do what you got to do. And then this is the exact same thing on this side, just piece of DOM, 3/8 wall, I think. No, that looks like 1/4 inch wall. And yeah, I still have to polish this one. There's a few nicks in this. Oh, in this shaft here, not shaft, but in this piece of aluminum. If I were doing it again, I would have gone with 1", I think, rather than 3/4. And instead of doing just DOM, I'm still caught in the mindset of not having the machine tools. So if I was doing it again, I would have just gotten a piece of probably 1¼ by 1¼ square tubing, or not square tubing, but square bar stock, and just milling it out myself. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Still kind of stuck in the mindset of not having the machines behind me, but anyway, on that note. Okay, so I will do some video. I still have a bunch more of these flange adapters to make. I found a big hole saw, or I think it's called a trepanning tool on eBay. So the first one, what I did was I just bored out the center of this guy with a 1 7/8 drill bit, and then just took my boring bar right there and bored it out to 6 7/8 or something like that. This whole deal is 11½. And then just took a heavy triangle cutter here, faced it off I guess before I did all that, and then turned it down to my OD that I needed. And I will do some video on that. I was in a hurry. I had a few days to kind of play around with it there and kind of get the process down. But yeah, I'm anxious to see how this tool here works. If it works, it'll save me a ton of time. I found this for like 70 bucks on eBay, and it took me, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hours to bore the hole out in this guy. So I figure if it saves me an hour, I still have 4 more of them to make. It more than paid for itself. So anyway, what else is going on? Oh, the Matsuura. I don't remember if I mentioned this in the last video. I found my servo, got it installed. I have run the spindle up and down a couple times, but I have not had a chance to actually find the wiring. So again, if anybody knows where I can get the Cannon plugs or a pin out for that, appreciate it. What else? I got this guy. I don't know if that's actually where I'm going to leave it. I'm still trying to decide where would be a good place to put it. I borrowed some machine skates, like I said, that a buddy of mine made. And actually, Mike, if you're watching this, I destroyed your other rubber feet for these. The weight of this mill kind of squished them and made them crack, so I owe you some new rubbers. Anyway, this guy's definitely where it's going to stay. I'm still trying to decide where the heck I'm going to put my index. Whether I should push it over a little bit more this way, because I know I can't have stuff over here, because I know the X on this mill, when it's that way, is going to hit it. And also, you know, like Chucky there, instead of having a tractor problem, I have a machine tool problem. I agreed to buy a big Fusdick radial arm drill, which I think I'm going to put right in that back corner there, or I may put my mill back over there. I haven't decided yet. If it's short enough, that radial drill is short enough, it'll work over here with the garage door. I'm going to put it over here. Or if it's too tall, I'm going to put it back over here, I think. And then I think I am done buying machine tools. And also, I still have that other Lodge and Shipley lathe on Craigslist. If anybody's interested, 1,200 bucks. I just want it out of here, and I don't really want to have it just kind of hang out in my yard forever. So if anybody's interested, I'd like to get rid of it. Yeah, basically, I think that's about all I can think of. I'll have some regular videos up. I've just been super busy trying to catch up from being gone. So far, really liking the Digital Infinity hood here. I got about, I don't know, 45 minutes arc time on it. It's pretty neat. Yeah, you can actually look at the arc timer in here, and I'm really digging the X mode because it seems like it doesn't really care about reflections and things like that. I think I'm going to paint it though. I don't really like that just plain black. But anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. Hope everybody has a good weekend. I'm going to have a very busy weekend finishing this guy up. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I should have some more videos up soon. Thank you.